Make a Path presents Let's Talk. Stacy K, you said that you would be interested in making a Walking Dead comic movie based 100% on the comic, word for word, scene for scene. How would you split them up? For example, would you make one movie equal one volume? That's a good question. I might actually put this in its own video because I do have a follow-up video coming to that. But yeah, I would do some kind of split it up, but I'm not talking about a movie that you would release now. We need to look at the future of movies and how we're releasing them, especially the digital platform. We also need to look at how else we can release them in special packaging, maybe even convention releases only. I'll need a long video to actually explain, and that's what the follow-up videos are for, because basically we want to present something to Skybound and say, listen, the fans support this, and if we get enough fans to support it, they will give it to us 100%. It's money in the bank. Now, my idea would have to be no real people, it's not live. It would be like a 3D animation. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. It would have the imagery from the comics, like that style. Not only that, but we would get the characters represented identically from the comic book. We could actually witness them come to life right off the page. They can follow the entire story, and they could, it's possible they could release this in, let's say, books, you know, because books cover 2 volumes. Let's say they release volume 1 and volume 2 on this special Blu-ray DVD set that's only released at conventions and then online between a certain date, and they have like limited runs, limited copies. This is what helps the people buying it. But before you release them like that so we can watch them at home, you also utilize digital, the digital platform. And let's say you put it on demand. Let's say you even, you know, air the first episode or whatever on your YouTube channel for Skybound or The Walking Dead, or do anything of the sort. I don't know where else you could do it. You could do it at Amazon, Hulu, I mean, anything like that. You can release them on those platforms, but you also need a physical release for the fans. Like, that's what I'm getting. I'll buy it straight up. And one of the most awesome things I think that they should do is create something where, let's say that volume 1 and volume 2 comes with a Rick statue and his base is where the discs are, and then connecting to that is like an Andrea statue, and then and it would be her outfit in that particular time frame. So you would have the Rick outfit, maybe his outfit from the very first issue, that could be his statue, and then later on we'll get another Rick in Fear the Hunters, because we need that. That's epic. And it would be him standing there, you know, all bloodied, maybe when he says the line, they're fucking with the wrong people, he has his pistol up. And they can also connect a Michonne, like in her all-out war outfit. I think they should do shit like that. Have it special packaging, still make something awesome to go in the packaging for us fans, like the figures, and then add in a couple zombies. That way, when you connect these things, you can either connect them how they go, you know, Rick with volume 1 and 2, this with volume 3 and 4, this with this and this, or you can actually take out the discs, connect the statues, and then put the discs in so they're in order, but the statues are rearranged in whatever order you want. And I think that is something awesome that they could do. They could even look at a tier way to connect these pieces, having a line of characters in the front. The line in the back could be an extra inch thicker, so now you have characters kneeling down in the front. You have certain characters standing up, and then a little bit higher is another row of characters. I mean, there's tons of different ways to piece something like this together, and I think the main thing here is being creative. Don't just sit there and say, okay, this is the standard release for Blu-rays and DVDs and everything. We're only going to do that. I think they should get creative, seriously, and say, you know what, let's do something different. Let's do something completely different. If the fans back us, let's make this TV series that follows the comic. And when I say word for word, scene for scene, some people are like, some fans are like, oh, but we've already witnessed it, we already read it, what's the point? Well, the point is watching these characters come to life before your eyes. That's why a lot of people like the video games, you know? And I know that Telltale is working on something called the Super Show, where it's a TV show and a video game at the same time. And that's an aspect to explore, but in the same strength, I do want to just watch it you know, and sometimes you want to play it, but sometimes pretty much I just want to watch it. I don't want to play it. So they could do something where you can play it and watch it, so you could play a part of the world, but you actually watch it. There's just so much you can do, and now's the time to get creative and say, we're not going to go by standards. You know, what everyone else does all the time, and it's, you know, standard and universal. Let's do something different. Let's do something creative. Absolutely, 100%. I would look at, if there was enough fans to support it, I would jump on this. I think fans would go nuts over this. And also, I do want to say real quick that the scene for scene, it will be a little different because you can add new scenes now. Like where you have Rick and he's having a conversation with somebody, and in the comic you need to move it along because you only have so many pages. You could let some of those scenes breathe now. Add in a little more dialogue, have the characters saying certain things that now it would be a lot more fluid watching it, and it has new additional scenes. Just so many amazing things that I just can't see why they would want to pass up on this opportunity. And I can't picture it not selling, put it that way. I just said a lot, and it felt like I didn't say anything at all because I wasn't being specific. But there are follow-up videos I definitely plan on doing. And this is something that I want to continue to do to see if other fans are interested. And after a while, if it looks like there's only like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 fans that are interested, and if that's not enough for Skybound to jump on it, then I'm just going to fall back and be like, you know what, I tried, you know. But I would absolutely 100% love something like that as a fan of The Walking Dead. Scene for frickin' scene from the comic book. I want to see those characters come to life, and I would love to see Skybound excel and grow even more, utilizing some platform that's not the standard. Like make a movie, put it in a theater or on demand. Make something for conventions that have limited things that da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it's just, it's everything a fan would want. You know, the super fans, they love that shit. Why not give it to them?
Subscribe now.